Welcome to episode 5 of Sons of Gold. I'm Arthur Perkins. This is APGamingREAL. I don't know there. I think the stream super lagged out at the very start, so that's par for the course this week.
It's my fault.
You're slamming on Sons of Gold is your fault. Not Sons of Gold. Sea of Thieves is your fault.
I'll accept that.
But we've had that discussion already. You have to make your own fun in that game. I'm sorry, Sid. And it's not.
But the thing is, I accept that you have to make your own fun in the game.
They're very clear.
There are a lot of games out there where you have to make your own fun in the game, and it's a sandbox. But other games actually give you like a bucket and a shovel and stuff like that. And Sea of Thieves doesn't even have that.
I think they do.
I played like
you literally have a bucket and a shovel. So
I played Beta Mine. That was a very low amount of.
Yeah, you
Look,
have a
Sid,
you have.
This isn't Star Citizen. They didn't promise more than they could deliver. They told people exactly what they were going to get. They let people have experience multiple open betas.
When did I ever accuse them of delivering less than they promised?
I'm just telling you. Well, they're going to release more stuff, but that keeps them employed. Right? Like, they could have waited a year to drop the game.
Yeah, they're going to release more stuff, but the game is released now, and it's fucking empty.
I disagree.
It's a $15 game. It's a very polished game, but it's a $15 game at best that they're charging $60 for, with a promissory note for proper content later.
No,
that's
the proper content is now.
The way games are going now,
my friend.
It's deplorable.
It's not deplorable. This is a fine game.
It's absolutely deplorable. It is.
I get
not a fine
maybe
game.
an hour or two of play in during the week, and I have a lot of fun.
Maybe an hour or two of content.
Think about Terraria. Terraria is like a find your own fun type game.
Yeah, and look at all the stuff that's in Terraria.
I'm pretty sure it's like
now. Yeah, now, but it didn't launch with that. Yes.
None of that.
See, that's the difficulty. I can't compare and contrast because I never looked at Terraria when it was first
Terraria
released.
came out and it had a ton of stuff. Like, you were not like, this doesn't feel full, and they just kept on adding stuff, and I think they still just keep adding and adding.
Well, I mean, fans are adding all sorts of mods and shit, so
that too.
And the mods are fairly well done in that game. Actually, it's not like hard to mod without you can build into the structure easily. But a game can gain value, but I don't think you can say, I promise this will be worth $60 at some point.
Yeah, a game can gain value, and a game like this will gain in value, but right now it's not worth it. Maybe in a year from now it'll be a fantastic game. Maybe in a year from now it'll be a fantastic game, but right now it's crap.
There are plenty of people out there who are looking for exactly what it's delivering, and are more than happy to pay $60 for it. It's not what you're looking for.
Me and Rad are going to go pirate.
But that doesn't mean
their life.
That,
they don't know how
See, it may not be what I am looking for, but when I look at it from a prospect of a sandbox game, which is kind of, it's very non-linear. There's not going to be a lot of story points or anything like that, and there's not going to be an overarching quest or anything like that. It's going to be, you go and kind of do whatever you want. And when you take a look at it from that aspect, there's still absolutely nothing there.
Let me put it to you in another way. What are we gathered here for right now? Playing a role-playing game.
No, I get what you're saying, and I get what you're driving at.
There's a
and
lot
where
of
we are designing the world that we're playing in, basically with the role-playing game. But there's a core rule book. There's a lot of stuff in the rule book with guns and ships and everything like that we can use as tools for us to be able to do that with. This game doesn't have those tools.
It does. It has exactly those tools.
It does not.
It does.
Sid.
It doesn't.
Sid, I'm not here to call you out on your terribly wrong opinion. You're allowed to have it. We've disagreed in the past, but probably not as much as on this game than anything else. My problem is when you call out the developers, all right? You lately are on a fucking rampage on Twitter. I get you want to take on YouTube and some random troll, but why you gotta drag the Sea of Thieves devs into it? Man, they didn't do anything except release a nice game.
It's not a nice game.
Nope.
It's a very polished game.
Just leave them alone, man. They're trying to do their job.
And they did their jobs poorly.
Go bother the trolls, okay? Leave them alone. All right. Well, that's it. Let's talk about what happened this week beyond Sid. Somehow he shouldn't be the center point of our entire intro. Virgil, what's going on with you?
Not much. I'm excited to like explore new sectors in space. Especially since I did get like a nice hit point boost. And someone was like, I was like, yeah, I have 18, and they were like, that's not a lot. But I remember having 4, and I remember having those suddenly taken away from me in a horrible knife ball accident. I never want that to happen again. So I'm super happy about that. At this point, I could pretty much put a knife ball in my mouth and just impact something if something went wrong. I get like 1 free.
You could survive a
knife
whole
ball.
2 gunshots from a TL4 weapon. It's amazing.
Or 1 knife ball, equal, yeah, equal dangers there. So yeah, I'm super excited for whatever Arthur's got in store for us this week.
Terrible, terrible things.
Mm.
I did 4 hours of prep and I only managed to complete 3 systems out of the like 9.
We can't get kicked out of 3 systems in 1 session. I don't
I'm
think.
worried about you guys
I don't
just
know
being
about
like,
I mean, if we had a sand thrower,
you got
yes,
kicked out of
probably.
Rickaby in the first hour of gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we don't have a sand thrower.
At that rate of effect, we could easily clear the 3 systems in 1 session
Remember, we need to like
with
at
time
least
left over for
get
tea.
at least get gas before we piss people off to the point where they make us leave the system.
Well, that's easy. We just make sure we fuel up before we dock.
We have to fuel up before Dean opens his mouth.
Well, I think we're gonna go scoop fuel, which is fine.
Probably.
Oh man.
Can we use crew members as fuel? I think we have 2 more than we need.
No. This isn't Soylent Green.
This isn't Mr. Fission.
Mr. Fission. Throw in a banana peel and half a beer
and then just one of your teammates right in the
start shoving an arm in there.
Kelsa, what do you got going on this week?
Oh boy. I did some art. It's not quite finished yet, but I've been trying to do more art. And
what medium are you using for art? Are you doing digital art?
Some digital art, and so I do sketches traditionally, and then upload them and then work from there to do a digital arts. Anyway, and that took up a lot of my creative energies. Also, I built a little dog seat, a little dog booster seat, so that our dog can like put her nose out the window when we're driving in a car and hopefully not get car sick anymore. We'll see how that works out. But we put it together backwards at first, and then everything was locked into place, and it was pain. We had to undo everything we'd just done, and trying to get it once it was latched into place, it was really sturdy, and so just trying to get it apart again was a nightmare. But we fixed it, and
it's gonna hold for sure, right?
Oh yeah,
that thing's tough.
Yeah,
can't get it undone if you wanted to now.
Pretty much. Now she's out there right now driving around with the dog to see how she's doing, taking her to the park and stuff. So I'll find out in probably an hour or so how she did. That was just today.
Jesus.
Yesterday I talked to my parents for 3 hours and didn't remember how exhausting it can be to be in the house with my parents. I mean, I love you, Mom. And yeah, that's
No,
right,
I think
of course. The
pretty
reason
much
why
everyone
there,
perfectly understands that.
my lady just bought a new car because unfortunately her car was declared totaled.
Yeah, I saw your
And-
picture you posted. That
Yeah, it's
does-
like at first they were like, we got rear-ended, it was like nothing. Take it into the shop, and they're like, it's probably going to be like $1,000 to fix it. And so send the quote over to the insurance, and they're like, sure, no problem. And then 2 days later, they come back and they're like, actually, there's damage behind the bumper, and the quote goes up by like 3 times. At which point, the insurance company was like, yeah, no, don't bother. So,
They're like,
well, that's shitty.
we'll just throw that one away.
but we
Insane.
got a brand new 2018 Mazda 3, and it's beautiful. It's a 6-speed manual transmission, and oh my gosh, it is so smooth.
Holy cow! It's got a 6-speed.
It's ridiculous.
I'm jealous.
It's ridiculous, but oh, it's so beautiful. I'm really liking that car. It sucks the circumstances that we wound up getting it, but it's distracting. All right, that's it. That was my week. Yes.
Dude, what do you have going on?
Well, I played this new game. It's called Sea of Thieves. You might have heard of
No,
it.
skip. I'm pressing the escape
Okay.
key.
I played this new game. It's called Overwatch. You might have no.
What happened to Fallout 5? You haven't, or Far Cry 5?
Yeah, I got about 4-6 hours into Far Cry 5. It's if you expect a Far Cry game going into it, you will not be disappointed. It does.
Far Cry.
Wow. They really dumbed down the game, though. Crafting is gone.
They took out the majority of the crafting. The crafting isn't entirely gone, but it's like 98% gone.
Storyline is
very open world.
Scarily accurate.
Yeah, they actually did an amazingly good job with the storyline, and actually the portrayal of the kind of the backwoods small town Montana, like growing up having friends that lived in areas exactly like that. I'm like, yeah, they fucking nailed it. It's like a lot of these people still, people that I know over there, you know, their sources of water are tanks that they refill or their wells. They don't have internet. A lot of the times their electricity is generator, you know, and the whole mentality and the feel of the people in that culture, they really got it down good there. And then you inject a cult atmosphere into that, and yeah. So far, I'm actually enjoying it a lot more than Far Cry 4, and we won't even speak about Far Cry Primal. It doesn't count. But
Can you ride an elephant?
Oh man, this is just bringing me back
No, it's
to
good.
playing Far Cry on multiplayer back in the day. Far Cry 3, Far Cry Primal, and how I kind of miss like split screen, everyone in the same room, multiplayer, but at the same time I really don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it depends a lot on the game too. I mean, shit, I'd still be down for playing some split screen GoldenEye right now, but you know.
Oh gosh, I haven't played that since high school.
I know. Let's see what else. There's been a lot of news stuff that's gone on this week that I haven't had a chance to get videos out on yet, but I've been keeping my eye on. Valve decided to just out of the blue screw with the whole gambling scene behind CS:GO. And so that's got the CS:GO gamblers in an uproar.
I saw Jim. What's his name?
Jim Sterling.
Yeah, Sterling. I saw a Jim Sterling video.
Yeah, I saw he did a video on it. I haven't watched it yet.
It was pretty funny. It's always good to watch his stuff when people are getting screwed over. He really revels in that.
Yeah, it's just funny that whole scene is just kind of baffling almost, because they treat the, you know, the guns and the different tiers and everything like that. They're treated exactly like collectibles that are used in gambling and stuff. But it's like collectibles that, you know, when the game goes away, you don't get to keep those collectibles. And there's massive amounts of money being dumped into these
Look at
things.
you.
Like eventually the game is going to disappear. Then what are you going to do with
No,
your
you're
tens of
crazy.
thousands of dollars worth of stuff?
I've
Look.
never spent a single dollar on anything in a game past the purchase of the game.
Counter-Strike is never going away as long as Valve and Steam are still around. They'll just keep
Pretty popular.
re-releasing the game as like Counter-Strike Unlimited Solar Offensive.
Yeah, they'll keep re-releasing it as a new game, but the original will eventually go away, and that means all their items will go away with it. So, I don't know. It's just baffling to me. I find it amusing, hilarious, and interesting all at the same time. And in some good news, some good legislation, some very positive legislation I just found out about a couple hours ago. Let's see. Let me find
breaking news
it
here on APGamingREAL.
Yeah, Kansas. The Kansas House back in January. John Whitmer of Kansas House District 93 introduced the swatting bill, which is as a result of that guy that unfortunately got killed during the swatting incident.
Yeah,
this is to institute very hefty, you know, felony offenses based on the tiers of what happens for a SWAT and stuff like that, because right now they're treated as like the lowest tier felony possible, and there's no way to increase the severity of that even if it results in someone's death. This House bill will, you know, it'll increase if there's property damage, it'll increase if someone gets injured, it'll enhance greatly if someone gets killed. And that was passed unanimously in the Kansas State House. And so that's getting pushed up further up the tree.
Yeah.
So hopefully it will become a nationwide thing here soon.
That would be,
fingers crossed. I don't see it really failing, because that's one of the things where you would have to be kind of a horrible person to be against that sort of thing, to be honest.
Yeah. Really, it's like such an awful, terrible thing to do to someone. And I think we just need a couple people to like go to prison for like 50 years.
Yeah, absolutely.
About that, and would help a lot.
It's a terrible thing. It's freaking dangerous. And I'm really glad to see that there's someone in government trying to do something about it. It's great. And so I really want to get a video out that kind of pass along the word, because this guy needs some gaming cheerleaders on his side to help push things along, because that's fantastic. So that's what I got. Oh, and all the snow's gone again. There was like a foot of snow on the ground last week, and it's bare dirt now. Just like one of the weirdest winters I've ever encountered.
Yeah, it has been pretty unusual. Well, I think the next thing to talk about is Ready Player One. I like the book, and my Twitter stream is full of people slamming the movie over and over again who never...
Oh, I haven't heard that.
They haven't seen it because they've been slamming it for the last 2 weeks with nonstop memes, and it's so annoying. I just want to punch all these Twitter people in the face. Just what? Before you judge, let's watch the movie. Like, the book isn't super spectacular, but it's pretty good. But more importantly, it's like, wow, I know all of these references.
I'm going to cause a lot of people to lose faith in me right now. I've never read the book.
That's fine.
And I haven't watched the movie. So
well,
I can't
the movie
comment
only
on it
came
at
out
all.
yesterday, so that would be pretty strange if you'd watched the movie already.
I was thinking
yesterday was Friday. It could happen.
You know? I was thinking about going and then just like constantly being like, what's that? What's that? What's that? Just like yelling and pointing at like...
I mean, you'll know all the what's that. You'll be like, that's Wolverine, that's Deadpool,
like,
that's Captain America, that's etc. etc.
Yeah, no, point at Captain America.
Oh, Pac-Man.
Is that Iron Man? And just, you know, really give it to him.
Don't do that.
Yes.
Oh, that would be amazing. Do that. Yes.
Don't do it.
Damn, now I want to do that.
Don't do it.
like, hey, he's from one of the Lego movies.
Batman. He's from the Lego movie.
Listen, there's this thing where people say you drink from the skulls of your enemy, right?
Yeah.
And I've always thought that that was a bit morbid. But then in a Loot Crate box, I got a Batman cookie jar. And I took the lid off, and now that's what I use for when I'm brushing my teeth. I keep my toothbrush in it. Because I fucking hate Batman. Batman is an awful character. There's
Have you
never
seen
been a good Batman movie.
Oh my gosh, you will love the Batman Lego movie.
I
promise.
did watch some of it where he's like a complete piece of shit to some orphan.
He's a complete piece of shit the whole time, buddy.
I didn't watch the whole thing because it was on my cruise ship, but I only got like an hour of it. But yeah, it was funny, but it was only funny because he wasn't really Batman. It was, it was the person voice acting him being. I mean, I wish that was canon, but unfortunately, it's not.
To my mind, I actually really enjoyed a lot of the Batman movies, but not because of Batman. I always enjoyed them because of the villains. It's like they always have memorable villains, whether they be cheesy or horrible or just, oh my God, over the top. Batman's always had some very interesting villains.
I just have trouble with buy-in and Batman because it just like has meandered around between like, this is like the jokiest, funniest comic character. It's a silly comic thing.
You mean Adam West?
This is the grittiest. But it wasn't just Adam West. It was like, the old comics were like that too, and then they started gritty, but then they switched to that, and then they switch around, and then they you can just watch all the movies too. Some of them are.
Man, I'm just thinking of that Adam West Batman movie, and my favorite part of it is in the Joker's headquarters. There's just a filing cabinet that's labeled confetti in different colors. Just really random tiny details like that. Brilliant.
See, but it's like, so is it supposed to? Is there supposed to be funny? Is it not? It's like they just decide, and it's like it leaves him in this amorphous area for me where he has no real personality.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let's talk about Bruce Wayne. I'll be like, Bruce Wayne.
Well, it's Batman, In Batman, you make your own fun.
I mean, that's
why I
true.
say the Lego movie, the canon. I'm making my own fun. Everything else is just a spin-off of the
DC is very shit at superhero anything. And games, especially DC games. I have no respect for them.
That I can absolutely 100% agree
on. I mean, listen, if you haven't read Ready Player One, it's interesting. Ernest Cline is a weird author, and I've listened to some of his neckbeard slam poetry. That's truly, truly grotesque and should never have been recorded and seen the light of day. But I like his second book better than I like Ready Player One, Armada, which is about a teenage boy who plays a video game a lot, and then one day a spaceship from the moon lands at his school and is like, congratulations, you're the top pilot on Earth. We need you to defend us from the aliens.
So it's Last Starfighter.
I've never seen Last Starfighter.
Last Starfighter is really good.
Really?
Oh
my God.
It turns out that like this arcade cabinet has actually just testing all the like people of Earth to find the best pilot.
If you like that, you should read Armada.
Are you talking about the Last Starfighter?
Yes, they're all talking about Last Starfighter.
They like jump off. They're like, all right, this is how cool our movie is.
Yeah, immediately when I saw the plot of Armada, I was like, that sounds like the Last Starfighter.
Never seen it, but Armada is very good.
It's an amazingly cheesy 80s movie.
Yeah, probably
it's a very cheesy, very
that
good.
seems to be right where Ernest Cline's writing talents are locked into, so...
It's true.
That's what I got. Unless we want to talk about that Cancol game. Well, Virgil wasn't there for that, so... I feel like that might be a little rude.
The what? Who?
The Cancol game? Listen, Sid... we discussed it afterwards, and everyone that was in that game is 100% fucking certain that you watch anime and you just don't admit to it, that you're a closet otaku, because you were pulling out references and everyone was like, he would only know that if he watched anime, right? Like, that's not a thing.
The only anime I've ever watched is...
It's okay.
shit,
No, don't listen.
can't
You
remember
don't
the name
have
of
to
it
lie
right
to
now.
us, okay? We're not your audience. You can keep being a grognard if you want to, but we fucking
it's
know,
the
man.
one with it nudist the beach. What?
Oh my god, Kill a Kill.
Kill a Kill. Yeah, that's the one that I watched.
Nudist beach.
Nudist the beach.
What is this?
And
Sexual
the
harassment?
Purple glow. No, but I can recognize what they're trying to go for in the different scenes, and I can draw parallels. I'm not stupid,
No one accused
not completely.
you. Just that you were an otaku and that you're trying to hide it.
And let me just clarify, because I know that you've got a little bit of a stigma there. Otaku is not synonymous with stupid.
Wow. The fact that you had to clarify that, Kelsa, actually hurts me very badly.
I mean,
I didn't even draw the connection between the two.
it was meant to be a joke because you said
It's like I'm not even sure what otaku is.
No.
So
no, you said you're not stupid, and we said we weren't accusing you of it, and I was joking, implying that you thought we were.
no, see, from that I was sitting there thinking, I was sitting there thinking in my head, I was like, does otaku mean stupid? I should probably look this up.
The answer is no, it doesn't.
I thought I had like an error on my sheet, and then I remembered, oh no, I do have 1,700,000 credits.
Yeah, normally I'd talk about anime here, but we're in that dark space between galaxies. Well, over the next week, the spring animes will launch. The only anime of note this week was Darling in the Franxx, and it got fucking weird.
Well, it's an anime that happens.
I mean,
so I hear. Anyways.
No comment on this one without spoiling the episode. Things took an abrupt nosedive towards dark depression. That's it. That's our intro. Does anyone remember what happened last time?
Remember that we completely screwed up the story arc of the campaign.
Yep.
It's like one of those things when you're playing an old game and you're like, gosh, I don't think I took the intended path, and I don't think I'm supposed to be here right now.
Why am I on the ghost train? I thought I was supposed to be in like Niflheim or something.
All these enemies are like really hard and I'm dying a lot.
Why does it keep referring to this character that I haven't met?
I can't open any of these yellow doors either. I never saw a yellow key. Where am I?
That is like early 90s video game madness right there.
Yeah, when gaming was good and frustrating, and you would throw your controller and your controller wouldn't break.
I mean, remember when video games couldn't be patched and you had to release an entire product that worked perfectly the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They never did.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, whatever, Tony Hawk Pro Skater ran, like a gem every time.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. Played so much of that game.
And it didn't crash.
Power Man 5000. Anthrax, Public Enemy #1. That soundtrack was lit as fuck.
Love that soundtrack. So what happened was we were like, we can go where no man can go, and we're gonna do it because no one knows.
You failed to do it for almost. You had like 2 weeks of food and fuel left before you finally came out.
So we were gonna fail to get home. I'll admit that. Like, we weren't gonna make it home is fine. So I think we made it there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, this is like a secret world of manufacture run by some ancient AI. They don't want no one to know nothing about nobody. So they were like, it's all good because we'll simply like
lobotomize
your brains, and like erase the parts that we don't want inside of your brains, and then send you back.
Which is totally fine, acceptable. Yes, please root around in my brains with a knitting needle.
I was like, no, I think there's like a network of neurons up there that I kind of want intact. So our other option was to just take up residency in this foreign sector of the galaxy where we don't know nothing about anything other than we can't we can't go home and we can't stay here. It's kind of like that
Mhm.
classic line, but even worse. We have to go
Mhm.
is the situation. And I think we're like on or just being escorted off of maybe the giant AI ship that is producing space whales.
It's not technically a ship; it's a space station called a Holy Grail.
Right.
Yes, so we are beginning
gonna
tonight's
say.
session in the
So-
ooze dot system.
Quick question.
Yep.
With the space whales, when they're reaching the atmosphere, is there like a so long and thanks for all the fish moment?
Nope.
Or
The Space Wars are directly based off of overlords from the StarCraft games.
oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
They're giant transport vehicles, which is technically what overlords are. Even if they aren't usually used as such a thing by Zerg players.
They are a lot more these days, actually.
Mhm.
I
It
saw
goes back and
Scarlet
forth.
do some incredible work. Took down.
Yeah, but
what's her name?
there's a reason why they call Scarlet the Queen of Blades.
Look.
Come on.
Yeah, she was like.
I only watch
was,
two
like,
StarCraft
dropping,
players,
like-
Caitlyn and Jeff, so no one else matters for me.
She would drop like 4 Zerglings on the inside of the base, and then like 7 on the outside, and like there was nothing anyone could do about anything.
So you are all on your ship, which is currently tagged as the Grandma's Lost Opals. However, your AI overlord has demanded that you change the name of the ship on top of several other things.
Well, good thing we already have a fake.
Backup one of an already
Yep.
existing ship. It's also wiping that one. It's
Aw.
wiping any reference to the galactic middle or north from your computers. Yes,
Can
it's
I?
removing all
We're
data
gonna have
that.
a blank slate.
Yes,
Wait,
it's
is
blank
where
slating your computer system.
Is there any way to save like?
Do you want to attempt? So this is like the
Is there any
deal
way to
that
change
Zealous
my
is
desktop
offering you.
background? I've been trying to.
If you want to go ahead, you can't say that you're from the north because then people might try to explore there.
Okay.
I feel like we should
right,
probably
of
do this
course.
in
We're
character.
in the gated community now.
Yes.
Right. No, I guess what I'm trying to say is.
Do you want to try to secretly make some backups?
Yes, I want to try
Okay.
to secretly make some.
Excellent.
Definitely 100%.
All right.
Oh my!
This is a great idea.
I'm not sure if I can go along with this.
I'm
don't
not sure
think-
that you know about it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Do you
either.
ask any of the other crew members for help? I actually have their names and what they do.
Do I know any of them that are good
Yes.
at
No,
computers?
don't name them. If you name them, then you'll feel guilty when they die.
There's a programmer named Charity and a systems analyst named Dot Ignatius.
Okay. Do you, No, my biggest problem with them is they're all crazy AI worshippers.
Yeah.
So
They don't
they're
technically worship AI, they worship technology.
in general, but
Yes.
I mean AI are technology. So
Yes.
okay.
If you don't want to ask for their help, the difficulty of this check is a 10 and it's a fix.
I don't know how to
Or
fix.
you can try it at a hack with only difficulty 8.
You know who has fix?
I don't know if
I
hack is a
think
skill, but
it's I think it's program.
yeah, program. It would be program at an 8, or it would be fix at a 10.
I get all right, I'm gonna go to what did you say their skills were again?
And not necessarily their skills, but their jobs before they gave up to the cult were programmer and systems analyst.
I feel like system analysts may be better equipped to this.
I mean,
I don't
they're
know.
both going to be equally equipped to handle a backup. This is,
Okay, I've been getting to know the crew. Do I have any idea of which one of them may be more sympathetic towards keeping a backdoor home?
I
The
mean,
two that
if you're
aren't with
looking for
us?
someone to aid you in getting a backdoor home, the 2 doctors who are
Yeah.
Marines are
The Marines
100%
wanna go.
about going back one day.
But do they have any programming skills?
One is a doctor of planetary science, and the other one is a doctor of astrophysics. So I would say they have the basic knowledge required to operate a computer and help you make a backup.
Okay. Then I guess, yeah, they would definitely be the ones I would approach
Okay.
in that case.
That's Dr. Gordon Shugart and Dr. Rokan Freeman, both of the Libellin Marines. And they
Okay,
will
well-
aid you secretly against the AI, whom they now hate and have sworn a blood oath to one day destroy.
Wow, blood oath. That's
Yeah.
it's very violent.
Yes.
Can we get those names written down somewhere?
Yes. I will send you all of the crew members' names and their jobs because we're going to introduce them
Thank you.
when we're not creating backups. All right. So, do you want to try a program or do you want to try to fix?
In either case, I'm rolling at -1, so
That's rough.
program is better because
Okay.
I'm gonna
Make an
get,
intelligence program with
okay.
assist.
I mean,
Well, failure here means that you're discovered, which could
I'm
mean
alright
all
with
kinds
this.
of bad stuff.
I understand.
Why did Merc Drake type failure in
Oh
the chat?
shit!
That's a real bad failure. I don't suppose that you can re-roll. I don't think you can though.
No, I can't.
That's
That's
super bad.
not my deal.
Oh, that's-
Yeah.
So
that's
Jonas,
gonna probably be really bad.
everyone's getting back on the ship. Juan Diego goes over to a corner while the zealous platform that's come onto your ship is, starting to wipe all of the necessary computer data. And you start getting red flags all over the place that note that Juan Diego's console is attempting to parallel that process and save the data before it's deleted. If this goes on for much longer, the AI will definitely notice.
Okay, I call up my my space Microsoft Teams, and
What the fuck is that?
it's like Slack.
I don't know what Slack is.
It's like
Sorry.
Discord.
It's like Discord.
All right, it's like Discord,
It's like-
but for techies. Got it.
Yeah, kind of. It does a lot of stuff, but I'll and I send Juan Diego a message and just real quick. What are you doing?
Send a message back.
I've got
Take it home.
recipes on here that I can't.
Food database.
I mean, I definitely see that being your response, but not Juan Diego. I think that he says, where's my notes? Yes, okay. He says, I promised Rosita I'd come back to her.
I message back real quick. You don't need the database for that.
I message back, we almost died getting over here, motherfucker. It's going to be the same damn thing without this.
So I press the pause button on the game.
What is it? Galaga or whatever? What's the one that they play in Avengers?
Yeah, so just real fast typing back. Just there's a reason for the separation. We should trust in the AI.
I look over my shoulder and see the flashing of the alarms.
Meanwhile, I'm calling up event logs and error logs, and I'm just grabbing blocks of data, and I start deleting them.
All right, I'll stop the process.
Oh, hacking contest. Oh.
Okay. All right. So
basically, I'm not trying to stop her or him, but I'm trying to
cover,
get rid of the log information that is showing the data access and the failures, and the flags and everything.
Okay, interesting. I'd like you to make a program check real quick.
I can't use fix.
I mean, what you're describing that you're doing is literally a programming. Fixing would
Let's
be
see.
like
taking a
taking an
physical
external
copy.
hard drive and like making direct literal copies. What you're doing is not working with
What
hardware, you're
doing is
working with
you have, like,
software.
you have 4 windows open with like scrolling things. You have to like tab between them to do commands to undo the
No, it's
flag.
just like that
Very-
Netflix anime, Be the Beginning. You have 3 keyboards and also 2 foot pedals, and it's not really clear what the foot pedals are for.
How's an 11 sound?
An 11 sounds real good. You
That's
managed to
great.
delete all those flags and error correction, blah, blah, blah. Some engineer that's actually a programmer that's not me can fill in all the words here. I'm the kind of electrical engineer that builds things for a living.
I'm sure Sid could give us some.
Yeah, it does sound like
Yeah,
Sid's forte.
I clear the event logs. I open up the task manager and I go into the processes and make sure the event IDs are cleared out and locate all those, track them. Basically, I shut down everything he's doing and I wipe all evidence that he was doing it.
Excellent. The
He's salty
process
about
goes
this.
without a hitch. Your only destination left in your nav computer is the Orzati system. You have a rudder there, and because of that, you won't need to apply to jump. Well, you'll need to apply to jump, but you won't have to roll for it.
Gotcha.
As the platform is preparing to leave, it says,
I was going to say,
Hmm?
after I did that, I wanted to do something else.
okay.
I wanted to pull out my own thumb drive and just copy the coordinates of Vega Bay
Interesting.
onto it.
You don't know how to get to Vega Bay from here.
No, but you don't know. We don't know how to get to it from here. But the whatever information that we would have on hand that we would need, like without it would prevent him from attempting to make the jump.
I mean,
Because like you would still need, you still need destination coordinates.
Well, I mean, you still have
right?
those, right? That's not the problem. The problem that you need is the course. And you don't have a course from Ustad to Vega Bay because you've
So we
never
still
been
have
there.
like a
No one
map.
has.
We just don't have course.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you don't-
really, what he wanted to save was the course from. I can't even read these stupid names.
There's
Yeah,
a sector map that you can pop out, and it gets even bigger.
Oh, thank you. Nope, I still can't read them.
Can't
hold
help
on,
you there.
I've
I mean,
got
if you click
the-
on it, it goes full screen.
I-
size.
I know, but I can't.
the route we took to Usadat, is that what you're talking about?
Yes, you took the hop from Escalblaren to Uzdad. And
The
these
one
names
that
are
I
fucking
wanted to keep
horrible.
was the one from Edabane to Initar, because that is a jump that is not very common and probably
Your ship has never made that jump.
Yeah, but I want to keep a personal
You've
copy of
gone
that
one way
forever.
from Initar to Ednabi, not the reverse.
Damn it.
You would need to get a rudder from someone who has been there before,
Well,
or
I guess I'll have to
attempt
do
a
that.
blind jump.
I
So
guess I'll do
Jonas,
that
so-
anyway.
are you still trying to lock something down here?
So yeah, after I wipe everything and clear it out, I make a copy of it. I like grab my thumb drive, plug it in real quick, and like while I still have all the event logs open and everything, I'm just like have the flush command ready.
I'm gonna have you make
I wanna
another
check-
roll because that wasn't included in your first one.
Yeah.
This is also gonna be an 8.
Okay. Can I
Unfortunately-
use fix for this? Means I'm actually doing the physicality stuff?
Yes, but fix is a 10.
Okay.
Okay.
It's still a net positive for me because I have -1 on
Sure.
program, but I have +2 on
Intelligence.
fix. So damn it.
You have the thing that lets you reroll. You're the only one in the party that can do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
That sounds like a good plan.
Watch it be worse.
No, it's about the best you could hope for, really. You do
Yeah,
secretly
ninja.
make backups of the entire, well, not the entire, but like most of the computer data on. It's not going to be one thumb drive, right? Like your computer's got massive amounts of data, but you save the course data and stuff like that onto the thumb drive.
Okay.
You'll be able to re-upload them after you leave, if you want to. Okay, you've just done something
Okay.
very dangerous.
And I will label the volume label on the drive. I'm going to name it.
Nudes, erotic pics, topless.
No,
Don't-
absolutely not, because
Kargoth.
that'll make the captain go to it like a moth to a flame. No.
Are you
Facts and
just
readouts.
are you
I'm
just
going to
keeping
label
the
it,
disconnected thumb drive
Imago Dei
Somewhere-
sourcebook.
offline?
I'm going to label it like our sublight engine drive. I'm going to name it that engine model technical specifications, and I'm going to put it in my pocket.
All right, just to
And
be clear,
not
there
say a
is no sublight drive on these things. Your drill drive is your only drive.
Well,
But
then
if you want to
the drill
use
drive.
that drive's like serial code number,
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you've got a backup now.
And I encrypt the data and password protected at least.
The Zealous platform, as it's leaving, says, "I'm sorry I had to wipe all of the data. However, if the Galactic South were to find out about the Galactic North, there could be unintended consequences."
Yeah, I understand. Think I could get like a few Tupperwares full of that roast
No.
beef, maybe? No.
We will provide you with basic nutritional oxygen assistance.
Oh man, food cubes.
Nutrient paste.
Oh god, it's going to be gefilte fish. I know it.
Your blood
So
pressure
gross.
and cholesterol levels are terrible, Jonas. 2 days of nutrient paste will not harm you.
You haven't tasted the stuff.
I have olfactory sensors. I am aware of
Try
its
it.
chemical composition.
As I'm sure you're well aware, there is a far cry from being able to analyze something and being able to experience something.
Regardless, when you arrive in Orzati, your credits will be secured by the local governor system. You will need to come up with an explanation for your sudden appearance out of nowhere, new citizenship papers, and a new name for your ship, and a planet to tag yourself from. I wish you good luck. And if you ever speak about this, you will be destroyed.
Of course.
You know how hard it was to come up with this name? Oh,
Can we at least get some background information and historical information on the planet that we're going to make for us to be able to create some form of plausible story?
No.
well, just wing it.
Yes, your crew is very capable of winging it, and it's more interesting that way. Consider this an experiment of mine.
Great.
I'll be watching
so we
you.
are your plaything.
At what point
Fantastic.
did you think that I wasn't playing with you?
About 6 months ago.
That's incorrect.
Okay, 7 months.
Have a good day, Jonas.
You as well. Thank you for not horribly slaughtering us.
It's not a problem.
Awkwardly wait for it to leave.
Yeah, so it leaves. And one of the doctors, Dr. Freeman, is like, "All right, listen, guys. We need a crew meeting here."
I start searching for tracking devices.
The only tracking device on your ship is still the black box that you firewalled.
Which we dropped it. Now I can re-engage those firewalls.
Yep.
At will, right?
Yes. My understanding was you had already re-engaged the firewalls, but yes.
I think so.
Oh, right. I think we did. Yeah.
Okay,
The
sure,
rest of the
yeah.
crew is going to
Crew
the
meeting.
galley right now to have a crew meeting.
I mean,
Going to the crew
traditionally,
meeting.
I'm the one that calls the crew meeting. So if you need one, you can just come to me and let me know, and then I'll call.
You're
the-
just talking to an empty bridge of just you, Jonas, and Juan.
I'm going to the crew meeting.
It's just you and Jonas.
Just Captain.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll go to their meeting.
Okay.
He doesn't even have a jacket.
That's your primary concern.
Colin,
The
Colin
jackets.
without a
I
jacket.
was like, Captain, I don't have a jacket either.
I think you do. You just
It's
don't wear
fine.
it.
It's fine.
All right, we go down to the galley
Okay.
to see what this guy's.
If you recall, there was a specific person who you'd asked to be a sniper that was laying down on the ramp before. That person seems to be chairing the meeting. He stands up and says, "Now, you all may not know me. The name's Security Specialist Nathaniel Grimdranier. From the EDSA. This is Charity. She's a programmer. She's also from EDSA, and she's my cousin.
Hi, Charity.
Good
Now,
to
don't
see
mind
you.
her. She doesn't have a last name because she gave it up when she joined the cult."
Yeah. You give up a lot of things when you join a cult, I hear.
Yeah, we gave up everything when we joined the cult. That's why we appreciate our freedom to work on this here starship.
So I assume this is about the name of the ship, then, right? I mean, it's a
Well,
big
actually,
ship,
Captain,
don't
most
have
of
a
us haven't really talked or met each other, and it looks like we're going to a brave new world, and I just kind of felt like talking it over with the crew, everyone was kind of into it.
All right. Well, I was gonna do like a speech about exploration
Yep.
and stuff.
Why, you workshop that, and the rest of us are going to say hello. Also, Captain, there's a new rule on the ship that you're not allowed to play with either of the knife balls that you own.
You mean while I'm on the
That's
ship?
I just
old
kind of
rule
get
on the
up and
ship.
like look at my cup and go over and refresh the coffee. It was like, that's it's kind of up to the captain there, guys.
Like, and who told you about my knife balls, anyways? Those are my.
We were
secret
there
knife-
when you got the second knife ball at the table, you'll
Oh, so you
recall.
saw me putting it away.
We definitely saw that.
Well,
There's a rumor that you killed yourself with a knife ball before.
that's a rumor.
It's a rumor
Huh.
corroborated by several news stories and
He didn't
also
die.
some scars.
Didn't die.
Look, I didn't say it wasn't true. I just said it was a rumor. They can both. It's not.
Well,
Yes,
Captain,
it's
let me
true,
ask
it
you
happened,
outrightly.
and
Is
it
it
is a
true or
rumor,
not?
okay? Yes, it's true and a rumor. I didn't contradict myself. Both,
Captain,
both are accurate.
here's the thing. We have to double bunk on this ship now. We don't need loose knife balls floating around and killing us in the middle of combat maneuvers.
Well, what do you
I'd be
want me
more
to
than
do
happy
with
to
them?
dispose of the knife balls.
Yeah, disposing of the knife balls is all right, but also maybe if we just tuck them away in a box and never remove them, that way you can just say that they have sentimental value, or we
I'm
could
willing to
fire
bet
them
those
into a
knife balls
sun.
would probably be extremely valuable over here.
No, I'm pretty sure knife balls are dangerously banned toys that no one likes.
How
And
do you know
everyone at
they're
the table
banned?
is just like, yep.
Have you
no,
ever
I
been
agree.
to this side of the sector before?
It could be they are dangerously banned toys that everybody likes.
Who knows? Where we are now, they could be highly sought after relics. You don't know. Do you? Do you? No.
One of the doctors leans forward and is like, Dr. Rokan Freeman here. I'm a doctorate
Hi,
of
Dr. Rogan
medicals.
Freeman.
Please don't do
Have you
that.
seen what a knife ball does to the insides of a victim?
I'm a doctor of planetary sciences and a specialist marine from Labella. I just want to say, even if night balls are encouraged items, we really should not be encouraging the use of night balls in anyone, especially adolescents.
It's
That's
true.
just my
Adolescents
opinion.
don't have nearly enough money to pay what we need to make up.
Yeah,
on this.
no.
Well,
Those
I
are
don't think.
highly sought after commodities. It's not a children's toy.
But I do have an idea here. That's
Look, in
brilliant,
all
brilliant.
probability,
We need to come up with a place where we all came from. Yes, a place that is our home planet and why we're in this spaceship. Clearly, everyone else on our home planet died in knife balls. Very tragic. Yes, everyone get behind this.
Well, the thing is, look, I'm the only one that's played with a knife ball and been killed by a knife ball. So I'm the expert here, okay? And I'm telling you, it's worth it. I mean, the thrill of the knife ball in your hands is like nothing I've felt. You want to try?
literally everyone sits back and does not want to try.
Oh, you people don't know how to live. Fine, we'll box up the knife balls. Are you happy?
Yes.
No one's happy, Captain.
Point of order. Yes.
I just want to step in here, Dr. Gordon Shugart, doctor, astrophysicist, specialist
Hi,
marine.
Dr. Shugart.
Also, my comrade already told you, but please don't do that. I'm just trying to get my word out here and introduce myself to the crew. I know that myself and my fellow Marine have been sequestered during this voyage. There's two things I'd like to note: that when we enter whatever new system we're about to go in, we should either feign distress or ignorance while we gather as much data as possible before we craft a story. And second, that our primary objective should be to return to the Galactic North as soon as we can, jumping past the Vegabee system back to Esclablarin.
I had
a thought on
some
that.
type of time or space warp or memory loss.
I had a thought on that. Now, just like we had on our ship here before the AI wiped our databases, we had database information on all the planets we had visited, travel logs, local governments, things like that. That could be one of those things where we could feign a computer problem and request updated information from the system authorities when we jump in system. We just claim a computer problem, our databanks got wiped, requesting updated backups.
I start slamming furiously on a computer console and then swearing.
No. We don't need to actually
deleted all of my coupon codes, every single one of them. God damn it.
You won't even be able to access the stores those coupon codes were good at.
Sir, I'm pretty sure the Galactic South doesn't have a Whole Foods, and even if they did, they aren't going to recognize your coupon codes.
Oh, man.
They're 200-something years out of date.
Right. Those things had no expiration.
They shouldn't expire. It's just a hash. Look, you've got a good point. I think that we want a story that has built-in deniability of knowledge about the local area. Our spike drive sent us through time instead of space on accident, and we're from the past. That's fun. Or the future, either one, I'm good.
No one's going to believe we're from the future.
Yeah, not sure we're going to want to touch the time travel angle.
Or, you have a better idea, Jonas, than time travel?
I already said we could feign a computer problem and make sure we get updated backups of the local system information, and then we can have something to study before we make planetfall.
Dang, that is a better idea.
I definitely agree with this. I think I can, with your help rigging something up, I can fly us at a cockamamie angle and make it look like we are much more distressed than we really are.
Oh, we're pretty distressed.
And I'm sure I could tweak our emissions a little bit to make it seem like we have a problem without us actually having one.
That's what I'm saying. You make it beep beep like we have a problem. I then steer us like we have a problem. But there's no problem.
And then I get on the horn and I'm like, we got a problem here.
Yeah, exactly. I think that'll be a fantastic combination of skill sets there.
All right, so we just need a planet name. What planet are we from? We're coming in hot from planet.
Did we even get provided a list of any planet names in the area?
I don't think so.
All right,
so he just dumped us like, don't cause any trouble or raise any eyebrows, but at the same time, I'm not going to give you anything at all. Fucking AI.
That's something a Knight Brother of the Imago Dei should be saying?
Yes. No, all right. So we need to feign distress, but we can hold out on working on that until we
we could feign communication problems, so we have a hard time relaying where we're from until we can get them to send us a backup copy of the sector and the surrounding systems. Then we can kind of figure out where we want to be from.
You're like, what's that? What's that? You're breaking up.
Every time we
can't-
say we're from somewhere, it's just like there's a burst of static. Or
Yeah, I'm getting pretty bad static here, guys. Can't
Did
hear
you
nothing.
intentionally put static on your microphone when you said that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. That's pretty good, huh?
Oh man, if that was unintentional, it would have been scary. All right. So yeah, I guess we look at the rest of the crew because there's a couple of people that haven't introduced themselves.
Oh, by the
And-
way, hi, I'm Jonas. I'm the engineer. I keep
Yes.
the shit going.
We know who all of you are.
Well, everyone else was introducing themselves. I just thought,
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I understand that you two want to get back to the northern sector. And I think
do
that that's a
I.
distinct possibility if we can find someone in this sector that has some charts. If they're outdated, that's fine. We can make do, right? I mean,
Co-pilot Dran Jimson here. Just wanted to interject. It's not just the charts that we're going to need, although those will likely be impossible. We'll also need to update the spike drive in order to jump past the Vegabee system.
It's true. We're going to have to be able to jump 2 systems and pass them.
That's Juan Diego right there, everybody. It's my best friend. He's like nodding around the table and everybody's like clapping like
Thanks, Udarand.
I just go, hi, Juan Diego.
all right. Well,
Maybe that is something that we can find here, though.
yeah, I mean, we can.
We
if
can
we
even. Well, personally, I'd like it to be as powerful as we can get. I was confident in my piloting skills until we made it out there in the middle of the nowhere.
Look, uncharted space is rough. You did an amazing job. All right, so I say we're just from. We'll just say we're from planet Labafink. And if anyone's like, I don't know that planet, and just be like, well, that's what we call it locally. You must call it something else.
God, this sounds like a bad anime plot when you get isekai'd.
So yeah, Labafink is
Oh,
easy to remember
God.
because it's knife ball backwards.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I don't know if you pronounce the double L that well. I mean, I would go with the Spanish double L and turn it into a J. Yabafink.
Yabathink.
I have a think. We have a think.
Are you ready to make your jump?
think so.
Well, if we have a ship name, we should probably mock up an IFF.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
should
yeah,
get the ship name. Do any of you have a suggestion for a ship name? Ignatius?
Oh, I mean, let's
there-
be
D'Artagnan thought
real
Ignatius? Hmm?
judicious here.
Are you asking the general crew for a ship name?
Yeah, like it. Well, anyone, including the rest of the crew, have an idea.
Very well.
Specifically
I
calling
will,
out the system analysts.
I will list
as...
you several ship names that have been suggestion.
Okay.
Indestructible 15, this time for sure. Tax Collector. He was my father. The Destroyer's Destroyer. 50 Shades of the Void. Unenterprising. Overexcited Motivator. The Ship You're Looking For. And Bored and Nuclear Armed.
He was my father is the winner for me so far.
I really like He Was My Father, but also overly excited. What was it? Shoot.
The ship you're looking for?
Overexcited Motivator.
Yes, overly excited motivator.
None of those just scream ship name to me.
Well, and I mean, we kind of established that it's kind of more of a horse naming convention in Sons of Gold here.
So I really do like He Was My Father. That's a really good one. And it sticks with our Grandmother's Lost Opals theme.
He was my father. Now, do we put an exclamation mark straight in there or no?
There was not one in the ship naming suggestion.
Okay, so we'll just leave it. He was my father.
All right, you make the jump then, unless anyone has any other objections.
I don't think so. What is the month, the current month?
When you arrive, it will be June 21st, 3200. And it will take you 2 days to arrive. So I guess right now it's June 19th.
Okay. And okay. Good. All right. I'll figure out colors later. But
Okay.
starting your finance
So when you arrive, you get 250 something marks on your ship's sensors, indicating ships from over 30 different organizations, polities, and stellar nations. There are also several thousand objects in the system, which are rocket shuttles, nuclear armed shuttles, or mass driver asteroids that are being sent to and from different space stations. This particular system it's more populated than the entire rest of the galactic north combined.
I just realized I don't have any goals on my character.
We're gonna do goals after you get this. The new trade tables and a security update being issued by the local government of the Orzati system. The trade tables are now updated in the Google Drive as well. So the first thing you should note is that Gravity Wall was invented 5 years ago in the Galactic North, but it appears that it's having a 65th annual tournament here in the Galactic South, which means that they've both had Gravity Wall for much longer than you, also have Gravity Wall for some reason, and finally, they've been in space way longer than you have.
That's not surprising considering what all right, let's see.
For those of you on YouTube who are wondering why everyone is sitting looking at their computer monitors, in the description of this episode, you will find the document they're currently reading.
Wow.
Imago Day is here too. Interesting.
Wow! Oh my
Wait,
god!
what? They are.
I can't believe they're canceling Adjusting Terra Cultus after 30
Right?
seasons on air.
Oh man, that show. All right. It's vitally important that we get at least the highlight reel of this Adjusting Treat Cultist show. There's you have to be able to keep up with the pop culture. It's the only way.
That's not 12, by the way. That's I2.
Oh, we've been lost in space for months. We can't wait to get back and see the next season of Adjusting Terra Cultus. Wait, what's that? Praise for governor. Okay. Achieved a spontaneous celebration sounds like
that sounds like
that sounds dirty.
You love the King Day from Civilizations.
Yes, it does. Exactly what I was gonna say.
There's a reason for that.
Okay.
all right. It looks like
okay, interesting.
it's like this SOT place has
Sotcubion.
stuff locked down.
So the dump that your computer gets receives the following information. You are in the system Orzati. It has 3 planets: Sotcubion, Tix-E-Zysa, and Vebebebizgi. Jesus, that's a pain in the ass. By far, almost all of the spaceship traffic is going to and from planet Tix. There are a number of shipyards and large vessels, including one heavy cruiser and a number of frigates over Sotkuban, and there is a single bulk freighter over Vebebigal. You also receive information on the system Azagatiri and its 3 planets Dikwa, Inonat, and Inonarius, and the Enoku system and its planets Teri and Zenma. And with those come trade tables, with the exception of ticks. The trade tables there are specifically locked, and you're not given authorization to land on that.
Interesting.
Wait, which of the planets is not?
The planet Tixisa
Texas.
in the Orzati system is not allowing you to land.
Wow.
Can we get which system is which?
I will update the trade tables to show which one is which. That probably makes a lot more sense. And there is no trade table for Sotkubian because they don't trade. They are a communist society, and they do not require outside material.
So we don't have like identification or anything, right?
That's correct.
we
Your
don't
ship
have
just
We
shows
need to
up
get
without
everything.
any
So
planet
I'm just
tag.
gonna make sure. Okay, everyone, just we all have our data pads and everything, but they've all been blank. So we just need to claim there was an electrical problem and everything's deleted.
We flew through an ion storm. There we go.
Everyone will believe that. That happens all the time. You went around the sun at light speed, and you went back in time for some reason. That never really is explained. Yeah, so your crew members are just stunned. It looks like there's a mail system in place in this sector where when you arrive, you are given all of the mail that is sitting there, and you're expected to just bulk haul it to the next system. Your computer is receiving millions and millions of messages to haul. But you don't have whatever specialized module these ships have in order to accept mail programs. So your computer is treating it as a virus attack. And it's blocking the incoming messages.
Oh dear. All right, we need to dock and
I put on our like SOS flashing lights.
Okay, all right. You put on SOS. You are immediately contacted by the heavy cruiser, the SIN heavy cruiser Blood Clarent Arthur. They're asking for you to accept a video call.
Oh yeah, put her through. I start to like look really like nervous and frazzled.
oh yeah, I was going to muck with our emissions to make it look like we had taken some form of damage.
It's obvious that you're speaking with a human on board, but almost all the crew members in the background of the picture are all VI chassis, and they all look like they're the same model as Zealous. So the captain answers and says, "This is Senior Officer Parakthes. You are requesting SOS. Can I ask the nature of your emergency?"
Dean Fairless of the He Was My Father. We've got some type of engine damage. We've taken severe electrical surges through our system. We've got data just disappeared. All our charts are missing. I don't even know where we are right now.
Well, Captain, what was your name?
Dean Fairless of the He Was My Father.
You've arrived in the Orzati system. We will be sending over away teams to help repair your ship and get you back underway, no charge.
Oh, great! I'm so glad. I was worried where we were gonna land here.
It looks like your identifier tag is damaged, Captain. What port do you call home?
Yeah, we're flying in from Labafink.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Labafink. We're flying in from Labafink, and we're here to pick up a shipment of some electrical tools.
I'm afraid I've never heard of that city. What planet is it from?
no Planet Lab, I think. We're all locals of.
So this is the part where we should be injecting the bursts of static, I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like you're there on a button, just like, zzz, zzz, and you're just holding it longer and longer until finally
I'm just like,
I'm just
look,
gonna
Lab, I think,
disconnect
if
the
you've never
call.
been, I mean,
Kind of like when they're doing the
the
bleeping of curse words, just beep.
You're actually getting a little fuzzy on your end. Is there any problem on your end?
Dean, I'm gonna need you to make wow. That's definitely gonna be a check of some sort. I just perform?
Uh,
I definitely feel like that is appropriate to what you're
Okay.
doing right here. You can take an assist from all of your crew members trying to help you out.
I'd like to think like, oh god, we should have done some like better prep work, like been like had like a jacket or something that's like lab thing, home of meta wheat, or like like what?
I mean, you might note from the trade tables that pretty much every planet out here trades in meta wheat.
Right. That's why it'd be so great. It's okay.
You found your mecca.
Oh gosh, that's a real bad roll.
No. All right. Captain, we'll be taking a close look at your systems when we arrive. We suggest you shut down your engines before those emissions get out of hand.
All right.
You
shut
can
her
see he's
down.
like leaning over and like typing stuff in on his hand computer while eyeing you suspiciously.
Okay. Does he close down the communication?
He won't close it down until you're ready to close it down because again, this is a 911 call. You
Yeah, so
called
I
them
leave the call on, and I'm like, all right, shut down the engines. They're sending crew over. They're gonna check out the electrical systems as well. We got any of our backlogs? Can we pull anything?
It's like, I'm going to go down there and get to work on the damage, kind of wipe my brow and just kind of like run out to go down to the other side. Like, now I have to go break something for real and make it look natural.
Yeah. We don't have anything in our hull, right? In our hull.
That's correct. You're hauling nothing.
I would like to like look in the video since he left it open, and I want to look for like a team, like if someone has a sticker or like a shirt or something with a team of wall
Gravity
My
wall?
daughter
Gravity wall.
graduated from blah to blah coffee mug.
Yeah, in the background you can see two crew members are placing bets on the 65th International Invitational Gravity Wall match.
And can I catch a team name?
Yes,
The
yes
video?
you can.
Enhance.
The Rianso Rhinos are facing down against the Anrisun Peacemakers.
Yeah, so I'll be like yeah, Labafink. I mean that's a local name. I can't remember what you outworlders call it. The Rianso Rhinos are from there.
Oh, you're from Rianso. Excellent. We will update your identification codes when we arrive. You will, of course, be able to present your citizenship tags.
I mean, actually, my data. I had everything here on my data pad, and it's completely wiped. I've got nothing. All my funny JPEGs are gone.
I'm sorry, you still use JPEGs. We use PNG.
I know these were very precious to me. They were handed down from the
Captain, I'll tell you what. I will have our fleet command get the ambassador to Rianso on the line, and we'll have him up here in a jiffy to sort out your credentials.
Great, because I need to get in touch with my family too. Yeah, I mean, I was supposed to be back. We've been freaking lost in space out there. I'm sure everyone's worried.
Ah,
Didn't
a
even think
spike
we
drive
did.
misjump. Of course, Captain. That explains everything. You can see on his face that he's like, that doesn't explain everything. Like, why you're...
It doesn't explain anything at all.
Yeah. It explains the mechanical damage, but it doesn't explain why you're calling Rianso whatever. Labafink.
Lavatory.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
2 shuttles begin approaching your ship and are requesting docking permission.
Yeah, we open it up.
All right. On board come 2 repair teams. They are almost entirely composed of each repair team is like all VI chassis that look exactly like all the Zealous chassis, and then like 1 human officer who's directing them what to do.
Interesting. I say, welcome aboard. Thanks so much. Well, we had quite a scare back there. Here, I'll bring you down and introduce you to Jonas. He's our engineer.
Excellent. I'm Technical Officer Theo. I will be in charge of helping repair your ship. Again, I want to emphasize, Captain, that this will be done free of charge, as is the Sotish way.
Yeah, I love you guys. You guys are the best.
He holds his hand out to shake your hand and is like, we also think Rionsons are pretty damn fine.
All right, yeah, and the rhinos are doing great this year.
It is unusual. Some have said that they're doping, but can find no evidence of it.
Well, I mean, it could just be that they have new talent in the coaching as well. I think.
That's true. That's true. However, I do favor the internet icebergs.
I mean, they are dirty cheaters. No, I kid. I'm just joking with you. No, right down here.
When you say that, he takes it completely seriously. He's like, yes, we know, but we've never been able to prove it.
So I'll like try to track Jonas to where he's like down there like unscrewing something and then pretends that he's screwing it back in. Like,
yeah. So
like
all the
unscrew
VI
something
chassis
just far enough so I could get a wedge in there and then bash it out with a hammer.
All the VI chassis begin just going to work. Several minutes later, the technical officer Theo reports back and he's like, "It looks like all of your data has been wiped, Captain. Literally everything.
Every last JPEG. That's a shame.
We will update your ship's IFF tag with your Rionson clearance. We're just going to need you to hold here while the ambassador comes out. He should be arriving in the next 12 hours.
Oh, great. Okay. You guys have really been a huge help here. Can I offer you some meadow wheat or just something to drink or
Oh, no thanks. I'll be
night
receiving my
balls.
supplementary nutrient paste when I get back to the ship.
Do like a thumbs up if I've got like one of the tubes in my hand?
A meadow wheat too?
They gave us the nutrient tubes.
Oh, when you see that, he's like, yes, those. Yes, they're all produced on SOT. I'm surprised you have them. We don't often sell those kind of goods to outsiders.
Oh well, you see, my pilot's a bit of a foodie. Buy anything edible, he's gonna buy a whole bunch of them.
I see.
Keeps things interesting when you're on the ship.
So he leans in close to you, Captain, and is like, I'm sure you're aware, but export of goods off of SOT requires a license. I'm assuming your license was deleted.
It was deleted. I'm gonna have to buy that again, huh? This is gonna.
I'm not going to tell anybody, Captain.
Okay, you're a good man.
It's like I keep myself extremely busy with tools and diagnostics and do my best to just not engage.
Your navigation computer is updated with course rudders to the Anakyu and Azagili systems. Man, I probably got those names horribly fucking wrong. Azagatiri system. You know, when I had it randomly generate names, I should have just used names that I would be able to pronounce.
That sounds
like Zodiac.
silly.
Well,
I don't
Zodiacs.
know.
See, that sounds way too easy.
I mean, the Capricorn system is way easier than Aquatius. But anyway, you are given 1 jump clearance in either direction. However, your ship has still got 2 shuttles docked to it, and while all of the workers have returned to their shuttles, they're still clamped tightly to your ship, and they're waiting for the ambassador from Rianzo to arrive.
I again check for tracking devices and listening devices.
Okay, make a check this time. This is going to be a fix.
Boom.
There are no tracking devices or listening devices located on their ship.
Okay.
All right.
Just
However,
making sure.
here's
Don't
the
know these
thing:
people.
as
Can't
long
trust
as
them.
those two ships are connected to your ship, they can pick up anything that you say or do through the vibrations in the hulls.
Okay. I send a Slack IM to everyone, informing them of that.
Okay, so then I get on this Slack.
So like, don't drop the act. They can hear.
Gosh, this is gonna be real rough with this ambassador. Yeah, so I'm just sitting here like planning in my head, like, oh, what is he gonna ask? What am I gonna say? Oh gosh.
The problem is,
What are you going
that
to say?
we don't.
Fine.
I think Arthur's trying to give us an out here. If we wanted to GTFO, we just need to disengage.
I
these,
mean, it takes you
outpots.
15 minutes to enter spike drive jump, and you have at least one heavy cruiser sitting very close by, and 2 shuttles attached to you.
So
However-
we got information. We got information on the place we're supposedly from now, right?
Vaguely. You won't be able to jump there because Well,
I mean, like local information, like the governments and what the government is
Yeah.
like names of towns.
Not really, no.
No?
Rianzo is briefly mentioned at the end of your security update as having sponsored this security update.
Sponsored by Bronto, the thirst mutilator.
Sounds about right.
So there's nothing that are useful that would help us kind of bluff our way through meeting the ambassador.
Do you want to like connect to a database somewhere and try to download information as quickly as possible? Think about it this way: like when you arrive in a new place, are you instantly knowledgeable about some other place that it's connected to?
Yeah, no.
But yeah, you could try to do like, a quick geographic search or something through.
So beings, we're
almanacs.
accustomed to gathering information on new places that we visit because we're a free trader that visits a lot of systems. We know what to look for and what questions to ask the computer systems and stuff.
That's correct.
We know how to navigate the Googles. Yeah, we'll try and find as much local information as we can to be able to bolster our stories.
Great, Jonas. Make a no check. It's at intelligence. To get the minimum amount of information you're looking for is an 8, and then every 2 above that you'll learn more.
So I mean, basically, I can't tell this guy anything that he can't like check on and find out it's fake. So I was basically going to tell him that I'm a gypsy.
Do I get an assist on this?
From who?
Yeah, I'm
For
like,
what?
check to see if there are gypsies. That's my go.
I'll ask Juan Diego for help.
Yeah, I'll totally help. I know about doing things and stuff.
Oh crap, 7. And I already used my reroll.
Yeah, you are going through as quickly as possible to try to unfuck your shit. Over the course of the 12 hours, and it's not working.
So it's fine. I'm just going to say that I'm, disaster arsenal, traveling musician, turned ship captain.
This is
and I'm actually I've sold.
No, this is so bad. This is
I've
so
sold
bad.
all my properties, which you can check if you see my bank account. It's huge. And we're house hunting actually, so that's why we don't have a home address.
Okay. The ambassador's shuttle arrives. And requests permission to dock.
Oh yeah, we're so glad to see another Rianson after being thinking we'd never see the surface.
So you now have 3 shuttles attached to your ship.
It's a party.
I'll be in the engine room.
The Rianson ambassador comes aboard.
Welcome
he's like
aboard.
7.5 feet tall.
I try to hug him.
he like reaches down and pats you on the head and is like, there, everything is fine now.
Oh yeah.
Now,
That
can
you're
you
here.
tell me your name and the name of your father and the name of your father's father? And I will look in our database to see about all of your citizen information.
I start getting like a little sad. Sniffle. I never knew my father. Oh, it's so sad. I was passed from family member to family member.
Who was your caretaker unit?
I don't know why, but I'm like picturing a toweringly tall Michael Clark Duncan.
Well, let's see. The last
There.
last time I was under someone's watch, it was Auntie Lola. No, Layla. Lilu?
And your name?
Well, you might know me as Disaster Arsenal.
No, there are no disaster arsenals in this database.
Oh no, well that's just that that was my traveling name as a musician, you see, so a bit of a rambler. So I thought maybe I'd passed through your town and done some gigs or something.
Captain, can I get your actual name?
Oh, Dean Fairless. Sorry, I thought I had.
We have 7 Dean Fairlesses here, but none of them have a mother sister named Lola.
No, none of those are me. That's weird.
Name was she was a showgirl.
2 S's on Fairless.
The ambassador turns to Juan Diego and extricates himself from Dean's hug.
Thank goodness. Okay.
And is like, "Can I get your name, sir, and your father's name and his father's name?"
You good?
Yes.
Or maybe you could tell me.
What is happening here?
What do you?
No, it's
He like takes a step back, like
Juan Diego the Third. I mean, you can do the math yourself, buddy.
I see.
Juan Diego Alaman.
There are no Juan Diego elements in our database here. Are you sure that you're Rionson citizens?
I mean, it's on my. Oh no, wait, nothing's on my data pad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, what?
How long have you been working? He's taking a second step back towards the shuttle door.
Like, how long have you been working for the?
I've been working for over 30 years.
You.
Oh shit! I know I have it written down somewhere. The year.
It's 3200.
Like so, from like 30. Been working since 3120 or something, man. A long time.
3120, Captain.
Yeah.
It's 3200.
Wait, what?
Oh my god, really? You're gonna I can't say anything. I'm in the engine room.
So
I'm like looking around confused. Like I didn't know what year it was.
I say, let me see that data slate. You're pulling my leg.
All right, he shows you in the lower right-hand corner on the UI the Microsoft Windows time and date stamp.
This. I mean,
okay. Do I see?
We were lost in drive space for a while, but that doesn't add up.
I've got his data pad now in my hand.
Yes.
I would like to.
I mean, he's looking at you while you're holding it.
Yeah, it's okay. I can press buttons with my brain.
That's true. All right, first.
I'm
gonna need you to sell this lie. And this is it.
I'm helping.
This is everything for you.
Okay.
This is a talk check again.
I mean, I'm definitely also helping here.
Okay. Captain Fairless, you've led this this masquerade, this ruse.
I'm like, this is impossible. We haven't been gone that long at all. I mean, there must be something wrong with the spike drive or something wrong with your computer. I would like to restore, if I can, his computer to a previous date.
Let's start with
I mean, that's
if
not
he'll
what you
even let
really
you
wanna
do that, right?
It's just
You,
a system
if he
you
doesn't
store.
buy your lie, he's going to grab his equipment and
Okay,
run
okay,
from
yeah.
the ship.
No, that's fine.
It's talk using charisma,
what
and you
else?
have a boost.
I'm sorry, I can't roll
Boost.
this for you.
There's talk.
But the amount of talking the captain does, he really should get more skilled at this particular thing.
It's
Yup.
right.
I have 1 assist.
Yes.
Just be good at role playing.
Rolling dice.
That is not
Shit.
good at rolling dice.
Holy
He-
shit.
He snatches the pad from your hands and begins running back to his ship, screaming for security.
What is his problem?
He's from the future is his problem. This is insane.
They
Damn it.
updated all of our ship's computers to this day too.
Wow,
This
you
is
guys
a
are
one
really going
hell
to
of
try
a
to sell this
prank.
one, huh?
It's the best we got.
You can't walk
the best
back
we
from
got.
the past, Arthur. You can't walk that back. This is our life now.
No, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna hail what's his name? The guy that contacted us the first time.
And
Very
be
well.
like, my
And be
captain's
like-
gone completely
like-
fucking insane. Get a medic on board.
No, I'm selling the lie. like-
You're contacting Senior Officer Paraxes.
Yeah. Officer Paraxes. Is this true?
That's
The-
Senior Officer Paraxes.
It's like I imagine
apologize,
I'm
Senior
monitoring
Officer.
the security cams of the cargo bay, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head.
Is this some kind of elaborate prank? Or is it really 3200?
I'm afraid I have
First-
no idea what
First,
you're
you've
talking
never heard
about.
of Planet Labathink, right? That's ridiculous. And then, what's going on around here?
The current date is June 21st, 3200.
That's
Are you claiming to have been in some sort of spike drive accident
Look,
that
you're
has
telling me
hurled
you
you
don't-
We've told you
don't
we've been
use
in a
your
spike
head.
drive accident.
into the
you-
future?
I don't know. We were in space for months.
Look, there's a lot of evidence here. You don't use JPEGs. You've never heard of the old planet name we used to use back, and
No
you're,
one has heard of Labafink. We've searched all our planetary data records. There's no planet Labafink anywhere.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of issue
Maybe
going on
that
here.
was
Hold
just your
on.
mother that used that term.
I mean, it could have been just a Lilu's cute little nickname.
All right, Juan Diego. It's time for you to try to sell this lie. The government of Rianzo is never going to believe you. However, you're speaking to the government of Sot Cubian. Maybe you
Okay.
can sell to them that you're from Rianzo of the past.
Yeah, and
Which
that-
still won't
might
help you
have-
get citizenship papers.
No,
but
That's
but
fine.
maybe
we'll
someone
work with
won't
it.
kill you at some point.
Yes. I mean, maybe they won't. I mean, maybe we can ask for amnesty and be like, they're abandoning us because they won't believe we're from the past.
Oh,
Please,
that's
we have
interesting.
to-
That's a good play. Well, let's see if they believe you in the
first-
first place.
We
All right, I
request
need to not fuck
political
up. I need to
asylum.
not fuck up. All right, everybody. All right. I don't get assisted by Dean, do I?
Yeah,
No.
you do. I even said that there was JPEG issues.
All right. My bad. Sorry. Yeah, go
Yes.
ahead. We called back the
Okay.
JPEG. That's good enough to get an assist, I
11!
guess.
Oh my god.
Gosh.
The ambassador, he's leaving us here. He's abandoning his people. He will not believe we are from the past. Is there any way we can seek amnesty with your people, please? It's
So you hear the shuttle decouple from your ship.
Wait, let me check my bank account. Holy cow, $1 million! Oh,
Senior
my
Officer
God, what's
Paraxes
happened there?
Is like it.
That's
He's
700.
relieving the stress, and he's like, "I will speak with the governors and see if Governor Ford will agree to your political amnesty."
thank you.
This
Anything
is
would be-
unprecedented, however, and may take some time for the governors to discuss.
I understand.
All right, the
this
governor's
is-
It
gotten
will
back
cost
to me.
$3 million for new
Governor's already
citizenship
got that.
papers.
Oh,
Yes.
That means my poor Rosita.
Their discussion took over 3 seconds, infinitesimally long. You have been granted political asylum and are allowed to address yourselves as residents of Sotcubian, even if you are not citizens.
Thank
We
you.
will also allow you to dock at any of our space stations, but not land on the planet.
Understandable.
And also register your ship to Sotcubian.
You are kinder than I have words for. Or they are.
So your ship's tag changes to the SIN. He was my father.
All right.
Sin, he was my father.
That's beautiful.
Ooh,
That's
oh man,
so good
I'm
for
actually
this.
sweating a little bit. I'm pulling out the time travel ruse. I didn't think was gonna work. Good job, Juan Diego.
I mean, we
Well-
talked about it. We're like, it's just never gonna work. But I was like, no, just fucking sell it.
I mean, the other thing is they can look as long as they want. There's no evidence of us anywhere. They're like, what's their better theory?
That's a good point.
All right. So the shuttle's detached. The Blood Clarent Arthur is ready to escort you wherever you'd like to go in system. If you want to go anywhere, there
I
are
think we wanna
There
go-
are 8 planets. 3 of them are inhabited, and only one of them has space stations and refueling stations.
Okay, well, we definitely need to go refuel it and do all that good stuff.
Okay.
Mhm. For
and
sure.
maybe try to
And
set up
see if we
shop.
can possibly get our basically
Grub
test
on?
test the veracity of these credits.
Mm,
We
yeah.
promised they
No,
were
yeah,
gonna
we'll
work.
just go.
So what you're saying is, let's go shopping.
Yeah. Go to the mall.
Sotcubian is a tech level 4 world. It's the only tech level 4 world in the system.
Nice.
And with their advanced railgun mass driver system, you can order something from anywhere in system from any of the other planets, and they
And
will
they
have it
shoot it
delivered
to you
in
with a gun.
48 hours. Yes.
That is the most amazing thing in the history of ever. Amazon. It's,
Amazon.
it's
Amazon.com.
totally,
How about
totally going to be
Amazon.com?
Amazon and mass drivers.
Pew, pew. Just shooting hamburgers at you.
I mean, it worked for Final Fantasy VIII.
Awesome. All right, so
Yeah.
we're gonna find a place to refuel and get our sand thrower repaired.
Okay.
wanna
If
find a
you
dock?
I thought
want
our
to,
sand thrower already got repaired.
yes, they already repaired your
did.
sand thrower back
really?
on the station.
Yeah.
Refueling here is 500 credits.
Better stuff.
Your credits are good. In fact, your credits are secured by the government of Sotcubian, the governors.
How much? 500.
500.
Okay, so I just pay that out of my pocket.
Okay.
So we're
I would
friggin' rich.
prefer- Okay. I would prefer as the accountant here to not have you pay that out of your pocket and instead have us all contribute X amount towards the ship and then have the
so
ship
we can have
manned.
just a set pool for all that.
Yes.
Yeah, if we each just toss in like 10,000 credits, it should be good.
I mean,
Right?
I prefer yeah, okay, we'll start with 10,000 credits.
Well, I mean, because we're just worried about upkeep and fuel and stuff like that.
It's true,
And
but I mean, also the buying of trade goods.
oh, right, we need some seed money for the business.
Yeah.
So if we
Yeah.
drop in like each drop in like 100K, we should be golden.
Yeah, let's do that. If we each throw in
So
100K,
that's
that'll
gonna
be
leave me at
300,000 for
9.
the ship, and 900,000 for each of us.
Yeah.
Individually.
990,700 credits. That works. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, put 300,000 in there then, and then go ahead and
Okay.
take the 500 from there.
And the planet is
Sotcubian.
Sotcubian. Wait.
And you.
How do you spell that? Because that's not on the list of places.
That's true.
We should look into ship upgrades.
It's listed next to Orzati back at the beginning, but don't worry about it. So Cubion doesn't have a trade table because they're communists.
Okay, right.
They sell
right.
drill drives to other governments to
Really?
fund their eternal peace utopia.
What kind of drill drives?
They only sell level 1 drill drives.
Damn it.
There is fairly convincing evidence given all the talk of military buildup. You pick up several messages between ships involving a strike fleet over Enonaut and a capital fleet. Sorry, a capital fleet over Zenma and a strike fleet over Enonaut. I might have got that wrong twice now. Let me double check it. Zenma currently has a strike fleet and a scavenger fleet that are preparing to defend their interests, and there's a capital fleet in Inona. And capital ships only mount level 3 or higher spike drives. So there's a carrier, 4 battleships, 2 battle cruisers, and a lot of fleet cruisers. Just one jump away, looking for trouble.
Fun.
Yep, the Galactic South is a fucking war zone.
Good to know.
Are there so they deal in spike drives?
Yep.
Is there any other form of equipment available for purchase here, or just spike
Any
drive
tech
trade
level
good?
4 equipment is available for purchase, but they don't participate in trade.
Oh,
They don't have a trade table.
So we can't like order. So we can't do a trade for a cargo hold full of level 1 spike drives.
Nope. You no longer have to worry about currency though, because the government of Sotcubian secures credits for every government in the south. They are a banking planet.
Oh, so our credits are basically good anywhere.
Yep.
Cool.
They only use one currency here, and that's drill drives. And your credit on drill is good everywhere.
Good to know.
So if we invent a new type of drive, we can
That's
crash the
completely
whole-
unlikely, but possible.
Get on it, Jonas. We can break the whole economy and just make a better spike drive.
If you want to resupply, it's 360 credits, by the way.
Yeah, go ahead and take that off. for
You're
us.
also pushing
daily?
on your 6 months maintenance. It's June, which is, of course, the 6th month of a year. So your ship will require maintenance before the end of the month, or things will start falling apart.
Sorry, how much was resupply?
320.
And yeah, we'll go ahead and do this because I want to look around and try to possibly buy some real estate here.
What are you looking for in the way of real estate?
We need a home base to
They
drop
will
off
not
these-
sell you that here.
I could buy a free merchant myself. That is
Has to be
crazy.
one for sale though. That's the problem.
So what I want to do is find somewhere where we can drop off these 2 guys that don't want to be with us.
Oh, they want to be with you because they want to go home.
Oh, they
Mhm.
do want to be with us. Okay,
Yes.
that's fine then.
They want to be with
They
you as
do.
long as you're going home.
And I
We
would
already
like to
met.
go home.
And low key, several members of your crew have indicated that they want to go home.
Okay, so I indicate to them that like it's just a matter of time before we can safely get back there.
Okay. Let me see how long you're gonna have to sit in dock in order to repair. There's like an amount that you must pay daily.
Were they impressed that I tried to claim that I was from the past? Or did they just think it?
No, people. I mean, your whole thing was broadcast throughout the whole ship, so they saw your repeated failures to convince anyone. Juan Diego's last minute plea is the only thing that
No,
put
yeah.
you between
I'm
the
just
outer
wondering-
doors of space.
If they think it was gutsy or stupid.
I think everyone thinks a combination of those things.
Gosh, I think that's actually a really good description of the character.
Gutsy and stupid.
My character traits.
Right. All right.
So if we have to dock for a while,
How
You'll have to dock for 2 days. A fleet yard can do 25,000 credits worth of work in a day.
and do we have to pay for it, or if we get it done here, will they do it under?
You have to pay
combat
for
as
it
free?
for sure.
Okay. Just
Okay,
checking.
how much is the 6-month
So how
oil
much?
change?
How much does it need?
38,750 credits.
38,750 credits.
for what?
Okay.
Overhaul
repairs.
maintenance, 6-month maintenance.
Oh,
The ship needs to be
oh.
put in dry dock for 2 days, completely evacuated, so that they can rip it apart and begin fixing all of the problems. You guys are going to spend 2 days on a space station over Sotcubian. Fortunately, there's fast burn rocket shuttles and regular drill drive shuttles that'll take you anywhere in the system if you want to go exploring.
Can we do some upgrades while it's in for maintenance?
Yes, but it's going to cost money.
I'm fine with that.
What kind of upgrades are you looking for?
I want a workshop so I can do my tinkering and stuff.
You know how much that costs?
I think
It's listed as 500 with an asterisk for frigate and above, which the asterisk is 10 times.
Does it cost any space?
That's the problem,
it
because I think we
does
determined
cost-
that we don't have any space.
It's power of 1, 0.5 for mass.
You have 0 free in both. You'll have to remove
Oh.
something from the ship in order to put that in.
Let's see.
You have fuel
There-
scoops, a fuel bunker, atmospheric configuration, a multifocal laser, and a sand thrower.
There's
never
no way
use that,
to increase our mass capability.
No.
we
You could get a bigger
start
ship.
shopping for a bigger ship, and we could sell this ship.
You could technically try to buy like a patrol boat, something like that. I mean, that's a
would have to
military
be
ship.
What's our
Right?
trade-in value on this thing?
Not great.
I mean, we'd want to rip the drive out of it anyways, right? We'd basically scrap this thing.
I mean, why?
It's well, we have a level 2
we
spike
have-
drive in this,
No,
right?
we don't.
No, you have a level 1 spike drive.
Oh,
Oh.
we just can do.
You have a
level two
Juan
stuff.
Diego.
You have
who
a
can-
Juan Diego who's capable of overdriving your drive.
Okay, so let's get rid of let's put this bad boy on the market then, yeah, and see if there's anything up for sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
A patrol boat has less mass than the free merchant, though.
But it has a free mass. I'm sorry, it has a free power.
Is that what we needed? More power?
I don't know. I thought that's what you said you needed
We also need
for a
0.5
workshop.
No,
mass.
I thought you said we needed both.
If you need
Well, it
both,
has
then you got all
there's a-
kinds of
yeah.
problems. You're going to need to remove something from the ship and then put something else in. Look, we're at break time. I think maybe we should take our break, and during the break, you guys need to look at ship creation.
What page is that on?
Around page 105 is where ships are listed, and then you're going to
Okay.
need to rip something out and put something else in.
This is Sid's job. He's the engineer.
But
I
Sid
just-
failing to do
I
his
just
homework during the week, I'm super
just-
shocked.
Pretend I look.
I don't. We didn't.
Sid's like,
know
I want
there
a
were gonna
workshop,
be
and I'm like,
ships
you can't
for
fit that in the
sale.
ship.
We didn't know there was going to be ships for sale.
So yes, there are patrol boats available if you would like to buy a stock patrol boat. You would be able to afford it by trading your ship in. That said, we are going to go on break, and we'll be back in 8 minutes for the second half. Stick around and enjoy the music.